All right, so we got a breaking story that's really good news. Governor Andrew Cuomo has finally resigned. This is amazing news. Long after basically all of these different scandals that have come up, there's three scandals. One is the sexual harassment one, which seems to be the one that has really sunk him. He also faked nursing home deaths from coronavirus, which he then wrote a book about, gloating about his performance and his experience during the pandemic. But also, he was doing some Trumpian abuse of power stuff when he was trying to choose the prosecutor that would investigate him. So it was really a triple whammy, essentially. But it appears that the one that has taken him down is indeed the sexual harassment one. Of course, Letitia James came out with her report from her investigation saying that indeed women were sexually harassed by Andrew Cuomo. He did have at least one enabler who was enabling that kind of culture behind the scenes. But he is gone. So this is some amazing news. It looked like he was never going to go away. This is definitely something that I've never seen before, where when he was able to withstand, back in, I don't know what month exactly it was, whether it was March or something like that, or somewhere around March, I want to say, where everybody was calling on him to resign, except I don't think Biden had at that point yet. But he still withstood and just continued. I had never seen something like that. Generally speaking, in politics, once your colleagues in your party, once your friends in your party turn on you, it's a wrap. You're forced to resign. So it says, Cuomo resigns after investigation finds he harassed multiple women. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo has resigned from office after a bombshell report released by State Attorney General Letitia James found he sexually harassed 11 women, including some who worked in his office, and violated state and federal laws. Cuomo had been inundated with calls for his resignation and faced an impeachment hearing in the state assembly that appeared all but guaranteed to spark a trial in the state Senate. Should he have survived potential impeachment proceedings, he also faced daunting reelection prospects in 2022, but he appeared defiant to the end. His resignation followed a 45-minute news conference from Rita Glavin, his attorney, during which he rebutted the allegations in the report and attacked the credibility of the investigators and women who came forward with accusations, as well as the media that covered them. So basically, that's everybody is who she's rebutting. Literally everybody on the planet, because everybody came out against Andrew Cuomo in agreement. All of the media covered it, at least to some extent. Cuomo, in his own press conference immediately after, maintained he had intended no harm, but announced he would be stepping down in 14 days. This is one of the most challenging times for government in a generation. Government really needs to function today. Government needs to perform. It is a matter of life and death. Government operations and wasting energy on distractions is the last thing that state government should be doing, and I cannot be the cause of that. Again, calling it a distraction is minimizing the situation anyways. It says, I think given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing, and therefore that's what I'll do. So he is done now. This is really great because he was a corporate Democrat. Not only that, he's really he's part of a dynastic politics family. His dad was also the governor, Mario Cuomo. He was also the governor of New York. So he was clearly sort of a beneficiary of nepotism in this realm. So the dynastic politics hopefully will end. But he's obviously a very corrupt guy. He was somebody who was abusing his power, harassing women, faking numbers to inflate his performance as a governor during coronavirus, then making a book and making money off of the book. Scamming people and all kinds of stuff. So he did all this stuff. He also did Trumpian stuff and trying to choose the prosecutor that would investigate him, which is very Nixonian. So, he's terrible. I'm glad that he is going to be out. I don't know who will end up replacing him long term in terms of 2022 in the next election. But hopefully it'll be a progressive. I don't know if a progressive can win a statewide race in New York. Obviously, there's a lot of posh people in New York. Can it be someone like AOC, Jamal Bowman, someone like that? I don't know. I would say the odds are kind of low. There's a lot of posh people in New York, a lot of very rich people who are not progressive or do not support the progressive cause. So will the replacement for Cuomo be any better? I don't know. But man, I really pray that the replacement is But this is something that's really good. I'm glad that he's actually, by the way, he only resigned because he was going to get impeached. The numbers were most likely there. I'm not sure if the numbers were there in the Senate. That's where the hard part is for impeaching or for removing. But he actually broke laws. Like he violated laws. So he could technically, I think, be prosecuted for those violations. Is he going to be? I highly doubt it. But that's how serious this is.